Kavisha Vijayasinghe, attached to the Faculty of Business, NSBM Green University. Under our business and academic writing module, we are assigned to do an interview. So, we warmly welcome Assistant General Manager, Shipping and Logistics at Dutch Lanka Private Limited, Mr. Hilery Fernando. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
We are so excited to get some inspiration and good advices from you to aspire the youth. So, shall we start the interview?
Sure.
Netra, over to you.
Thank you, Kavisha. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you, sir? What's going on these days?
I'm fine actually. Thank you very much for selecting me for this wonderful interview, and I'm delighted to help this youth, next generation who's going to take over the country's economy. We are doing great. Yeah.
So, next, here's my first question. Shall we recall your childhood?
Yes. Actually, my childhood, in the sense, it's not a fancy childhood because I raised by a single mother. My father passed away before I was born, so I had a tough time during my childhood. So my mother did a great job actually. She had a lot of difficulties, but the very thing that she gave to us is she guided us through the proper educational channel with the limited resources that she had. So that kept me in a level where I am today. So my childhood was not so fancy, but I enjoyed a lot. I have a sister and my mother. So it was a mixed kind of a childhood, not guided properly, but I ended up in a good path finally.
Okay, sir. So can you tell us about your education qualifications?
Actually, as I explained, I went to a school in Kangan area, Dimasnet College. It's a good school in the Gampa district. And after my A-levels, I did my A-levels stream in mathematics. And after the A-levels, I didn't have a vision or guidance to go for a university, as you guys are now involved. So it was like an ad hoc path I took. Whatever came to my path, I went on. So educational wise, after A-levels, I didn't much concentrate on that because I didn't know the value of the education at that time. So initially I worked at commercial bank as a banking assistant, which was the best bank in Sri Lanka at the time, and still it's a leading bank. And youth, when we were young and crazy, I thought I should go abroad. Without any plan, I went Hong Kong and as a labor. So it's a foolish decision, but that decision changed my entire life. Because if I worked in the bank, I could have been a bank manager and sort of a kind of a level at the moment, but it's a very routine job. But there at Hong Kong, I met with an accident and I returned to Sri Lanka in crutches. So then I was clueless and no job in 2006. So it's a challenging time. Right? Then at commercial bank I worked. I will speak about that later. And thereafter, when I joined to Dutch Lanka, my former boss and my present MD, he guided me through the educational channel. So I completed a diploma in logistics, where it's my subject, and then recently 2 years back I followed a master's degree, that also with the guidance of my managing director. So that is also the qualification I have at the moment. I have a diploma in logistics and a master's degree in business
and my next question is, what inspired you to join this industry?
As I mentioned, it was an ad hoc career I took. So commercial bank, I was at international division, which is belongs to international trade. So if you guys are studying this LCs and things, I was handling LCs. And after I returned from Hong Kong, I thought that I should go in the logistic field because logistic and international trade are in the same field. So I have international trade experience and exposure, where many non-bankers, they don't possess that knowledge. So with that, I thought I should go in shipping field, because shipping always requires LC knowledge and international terms, those things. So with that, I thought I should be in this, and I got an opportunity to work in this organization, Dutch Lanka, in 2006. I joined Dutch Traders in 2006. So that is how I entered into logistics.
Okay. So what are the qualifications that you recommend for a person who like to join this industry?
It is a good question actually, as when we were youngsters, it was not that challenging. Okay, person with A levels could simply get a job and go on in the career path and end up in a managing director's good position. But now it's very challenging, so you must have education qualification. In my field, there are now there are degree programs. I think NSBM, they have logistic degree programs. I went through the details, and Morotua University, they offer a degree program. So whatever professional qualification in logistic field, it's very much important, because we have to expand our borders to the international market. So when we are dealing with international market, we can't work with just experience. We have to have the thorough theoretical knowledge as well. So I recommend to follow these degree programs to our youngsters, if you guys have an interest to go in the logistic field.
Okay. So do you recommend this industry for youth?
Yes, indeed. This is a booming industry if you go through the statistics, right? Logistic is, plays important role in international trade, because without logistic you can't move anything. Being an island, right? Sri Lanka is all depending on logistics. If these ships, they don't come, we are done. So that is because of financial issues, but logistics is bringing us oil, bringing us for everything. But we see most of the parts we have imported, or we are exporting, and Sri Lanka is based in Sri Lanka's economy is based on export products such as garments and other stuff. So in Sri Lanka, logistics, it's a big industry, and there is a future.
It's like the heart of the economy.
Exactly, yes. The economy is moving on logistics, because consumption and productions are located in two different places. So we are the logistic people are the connecting the requirement and the production.
So this is somewhat different question. What are the things that you like to do during your busy schedule?
You mean personally or professionally?
Can you tell us both, if it is okay?
Oh yeah, it's okay. With regard to logistics, when I'm free, I read articles, because we have to keep our eye on the international market, what's happening there. Because my job, we are exporting trailers, and it's from Sri Lanka. It's very challenging, so we should understand what is happening around the world, and what is happening around the shipping rates, is whether they go up or they come down. With that, we have to work. So I read a lot about international shipping when it comes to official matters. When personal matters, I enjoy with my family, and hardly I get free times, but we go out and have some free time, quality time with my family.
So did you follow any role model?
Role model in the sense in logistics, no, because when I joined in 2006, I was attached to the marketing division, and Dutch Lanka was that is the era that we started exporting products. So my inspiration came from the head of marketing at that time, right? And he helped me a lot learn in marketing as well as logistics, because I was from the banking sector and the banking international trade, and the operational part is something new to me. So and personally as well as officially, I learned a lot, and he is kind of my role model. But he is not the role model that I learned logistics, because he's a marketing person, and I personally I follow him a lot because his personality and so on. So you can tell him he's my previous boss as my role model.
So, what are the challenges that you have faced to come this far because you are a successful person? And can you explain about how do you overcome them?
Yes, now, one thing is when it comes to this particular organization, now whether you don't know or I don't know, this particular organization produce container trailers, what you can see here, right? And for information, we are the only three companies in Sri Lanka produce engineering products. We import everything. You name anything, we import everything. Even a pen, we have graphite in Sri Lanka, but we import pencils also, right? So we export only very simple products, garments anybody can do, right? So we manufacture these trailers, and there's another company, and another company exports big boats. So we are for this export this type of trailers, we can't put them in a container. We can't pack them in a box and put them in container. So logistics is the most difficult thing in this company. And being a logistic manager, any logistic manager will not face the problems, issues, challenges that we face, because anybody can put a thing into a container box and ship it, but we have to put the trailers, massive trailers, on containers, on vessels, and export. So freights are very highly expensive when it comes to a general container. If you can ship a container to Chabalali, now it's about $2,000, but if you are shipping a flat track container, it is 5-6 times more. It's about $15,000. Being with that, in a highly competitive market, we are facing a lot of challenges, and always we have to be very creative, right? We can be proud as an organization and as a person. You know about this Hambantota port. It was there for 10, 12, 15 years now, but we did a lot of groundwork, and we did one shipment from Hambantota previously 2020, and to my surprise I found that nobody has ever done a shipment from Hambantota port in Sri Lanka. They have imported some stuff, and they have imported cars, and they have done some transshipment cargo, but no package, no shipment was originated from Colombo, so from Sri Lanka through Hambantota port. Can you believe that? There is a port there where we have not shipped a single shipment from Sri Lanka for 10 to 12 years, and after we doing all the hard work, and we actually like kind of created a path, right? And we saw that Hambantota Ports Authority is publishing is as their achievement and helping to local organizations. So we can be proud that we are the pioneers, that we opened the Hambantota port. So now I'm getting from calls from shipping lines, how did you manage to do that? So those are the challenges, and that is how we overcome, because sometimes now these days we have order to Dominican Republic. If you can refer the map, it's somewhere here, right? From here to there, it's freight is we can't ship it. Trailer price is $28,000, and freight is per trailer they're asking $20,000. If you put it into dollars, 75 lakhs, 7.5 million. So freight is very expensive. So we are trying all our options. Even this morning I was having a discussion with my managing director. How are we going to ship this now? The trailers are lying at our factory for I think 6 to 8 months. So those are the challenges, and we have to be very creative, and we have to go out of the box and think all the possibilities. We can't just follow the things that other people are following. So that is how we overcome. We go to the bottom level, and we look all the opportunities. Otherwise, we can't survive in the market.
Okay, sir. So this is my last question. What are the advices that you can give to aspire the youth?
As per the in terms of logistics, or in terms of right, it's like this in any industry, in any field, that you have to focus, right? It's not like in our days, right? We can just enter into some field and we can work, but it's not like now. Now you have to have qualification, you have to focus, right? today's generation's problem is they don't focus, they are not willing to go beyond the boundaries. They have to work beyond our boundaries to be successful, right? I have seen many people, even with degrees, graduates people, even in this organization, we have people. I joined, as I mentioned, I joined just with A-levels, and I gained my qualification while working because of my managing director's guidance. There are people with qualification entered before me, engineers, right? Professional people. They have not climbed the ladder of career as I did, because they have not focused their path. They have not been very creative. We have to commit ourselves. And I'm not telling that job is everything. In my personal life, I enjoy a lot, and when I step out from my office, I don't keep anything in my head. I record everything. I work systematically, and I work through my qualifications, and I focus. When I work, it is work. Right? The commitment is the most important thing. Focus and commitment, and you have to learn what's happening around you. So that's what I want to advise you guys, because without focus, commitments, and qualification, you can't. You just degree is just a piece of paper. If you don't commit yourself and you focus, you can get a degree. Right? Degree is a good jewelry if you are committed and you are capable. I have interviewed people with a lot of qualifications. Okay, but when I speak to them, I find they don't have anything because they are not focused. They have just completed their they have just gained their qualifications just for the sake of a piece of paper. Right? I have seen many people like that. So have a passion, whatever you study, whatever you do, have a passion and just talk to people that are successful and understand the practical scenarios. Right? Without knowing the practical scenarios, it's a waste.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Over to you, Kanisha.
Okay, so your every single word encourage us to reach our goals as undergraduates. So thank you so much for this opportunity to meet and also to visit your company. Thank you so much, sir, and we wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank
Have a
you
nice
and
day, sir.
welcome, and thank you for choosing me, selecting me for your interview. Thank you.
You're always welcome, sir.